What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and we have got some more confirmed deals to bring to you on this transfer deadline day. A double signing to Tottenham. It's no secret who they are. It's Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur. Let's start off with Dejan Kulusevski. There you see it in his brand new Spurs shirt, and it suits him, to be honest. It really does suit him.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait to see him getting up and running at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But it is an 18-month loan deal with a fee of 40 million euros obligation if certain criteria are met. It is Champions League football and a certain number of appearances as well. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's a very good deal. Hot property in Europe. He's a player, very much an up-and-coming player that can go straight into the team. He will need time to bed in and everything like that, but he's a player that has qualities that can go straight into the team once he gets to grips with Tottenham in the English League and stuff like that. But Tottenham have made a statement. They put out a video as well. So let's go and have a look at them.
There he is, Dejan Kulusevski.
Not the most creative video, not like the old Gareth Bale and regular ones. But
no, we've seen better ones. But this is the statement they've put on their website. Dejan Kulusevski has joined from Juventus. We are delighted to announce that Dejan Kulusevski from Juventus, subject to international clearance and a work permit, the attacking midfielder, joins us on an 18-month loan with an option to buy from the Serie A side. Born in Stockholm and representing Sweden at international level, Dejan moved away from his home country as a 16-year-old to join the youth ranks at Italian outfit Atalanta, where he progressed to become a first-team player, making his senior debut in 2019. He spent the first half of the following season on loan at Parma, where he impressed and earned a move to Juventus in January 2020, subsequently spending the remainder of the campaign back on loan at Parma. A regular at the Stadio Ennio Tardellini, Dejan scored 10 goals and provided 9 assists in 39 appearances over the course of that season, earning him the title of Best Young Player in Serie A. He was a regular for Juve in the 2021 season, featuring in all 3 of the Old Ladies Serie A matches and so all but 3 of the Juventus Serie A matches and starting every game as Juventus lifted the Coppa Italia, scoring and providing an assist in a 2-1 win in the final over Atalanta, having also helped the Juventus win the Supercoppa Italiana. He subsequently represented Sweden at his first major tournament at the delayed Euros in last summer, where he set up 2 goals in his nation's 3-2 win over Poland to progress to the knockout stages as group winners. During the first half of the current season, the 21-year-old made 27 appearances for Juve, including 5 in the UEFA Champions League, to take his overall tally to 74 appearances and 9 goals for the Turin Giants. To date, he has won 20 senior caps for Sweden, scoring once. So there you have it. Ali Gold just confirming the financials of the deal. So Juventus have confirmed that Spurs have got an 18-month loan for Dejan Kulusevski. Tottenham will pay 8.3 million for the loan, 2.5 million this season and 5.8 million next season. There is an obligation to buy Kulusevski permanently if certain sporting criteria are met, as some say, if Tottenham make the Champions League and if you make a certain amount of over 50% of the appearances, and if they and the option, and there's also an option, if not, both are 29.2 million, so 30 million if we want to exercise that option. So pretty decent deal, I would say there.
Yeah, it's a decent deal from a talent, a very much a top talent. When you're looking at players of his age, you've got to say that in Serie A, he really shone in Serie A before this season. Last season, he was fairly good. The year before, when he was at Parma, in his last season there, when he was on loan, he was exceptionally good. And, you know, we've heard from Agresti, and we've heard from the other chap that does the Giuseppe, the chap that does the Juve channel. And, you know, they both spoke very highly of him, and they both said that, you know, they think that he's going to be very much suited to the Premier League. I'm very excited for him to come and fight that spot with Lucas Moura, because Lucas Moura, he hasn't really had competition for spaces in the last year or so, especially since Lamella's left. So I think that it'll be good for him to have competition of places. I'm just so excited to see him see him getting up and running. And I'm much more excited about Kulu than I am about Bentancur.
Yeah, obviously attackers are generally more exciting, aren't they? But I think in exactly what you said, he offers something in the squad that we don't have much in terms of real physicality in the forward line. Like he's quite athletic, he's pretty quick, he's very good technically on his left foot. Some people have described him very similar to how Bale was in his last season at Tottenham, which not a bad thing. He was quite good, Bale, in his last season at Tottenham. I think he's creative, he's good passing range, he's still very young as well, and he's got decent experience behind him. So although he starts to prove himself a bit, I'm very excited about the prospect of Kulusevski joining the squad and joining our front line. And it gives us a bit of depth now in terms of he can play on the right with Lucas, Bergwijn can play on the left with Son, and obviously Kulusevski, Bergwijn and Son can all play centrally if Kane is ever injured. So it does provide a bit more depth to the forward line. So I'm pretty happy. Some say he's a cross between Robben and Milenkovic-Savic.
Yeah, that's what his old boss says, apparently.
Yeah, which is interesting. And there's also someone said he's a cross between De Bruyne and Hazard. A lot of cross betweens. Anyway, I'm excited what he can do.
Pirlo said that Kulusevski's already a champion. That's what Pirlo said.
And Zlatan loves him as well, apparently.
And also Cristiano Ronaldo had good words to say about him from his time at Juventus as well. So he comes with a lot of high praise. Obviously, it didn't work out for him for one reason or another this season at Juventus, seeing as Allegri came in and changed up the system there. It didn't really fit Kulusevski in. But I'm very excited about this signing. And that's Kulusevski. Let's move on to Rodrigo Bentancur, who's also completed his move today. This isn't a loan. This is a straight up transfer. He signed up until 2026. But let's go and have a look at the statement on the website, what they've said about Rodrigo.
So, yeah. Here it is on the Tottenham Hotspur website. We are delighted to announce the signing of Rodrigo Bentancur from Juventus, subject to international clearance and a work permit. Midfielder signed a contract with us until 2026. Very long contract. Born in Nueva Helvecia, Uruguay, Rodrigo came through the ranks of Boca Juniors, making his senior debut for them in 2015 and subsequently winning the 2 Primera Division titles and a Copa Argentina during his time. He moved to Juventus in 2017, where he continued to achieve success, winning 3 consecutive Serie A titles between 2018 and 2020, in addition to lifting the Supercoppa twice and the Coppa Italia twice. The 24-year-old featured regularly in Serie A and Champions League throughout his time with Juventus, playing against us in the latter competition during the 17-18 season. On the international stage, Rodrigo has represented Uruguay since 2017, part of the young side that won the Under-20 South America Championships in 2017. He made his senior debut later that year and has subsequently represented his country at the 2018 World Cup, in addition to the 2019 and 2021 Copa America. To date, he has 46 caps to his name and will join with us for the first time following Uruguay's World Cup qualifier against Venezuela on Tuesday. So hopefully he doesn't get injured on that day. Again, following up with Ali Gold, he said Juventus confirmed Spurs signed Bentancur for a fee of 15.86 million payable over 3 financial years, which may increase by an additional 5 million if certain objectives are met during the term of the Uruguayan's contract. It's a 4.5-year deal for Bentancur until 2026, subject to a work permit. So again, not too much of a big financial outlay. So essentially at the moment, we've paid 15 million plus, 8 million, 8.5 million. So we've paid 23 million for those 2 players right now. With add-ons, it can obviously go up to as far as, so 23 plus 8, so 55 plus, but we can go up to about 60 million with add-ons. But right now, we've paid 23 million.
I think they both represent good deals, especially financially in terms of the immediate financial outlay, that's for sure. When I'm looking at Bentancur, what I'm reading about him, I'm reading good things about him. I haven't seen him play much, but I know that he was very central to Juventus over the last, since he's joined them, to be honest. I think he's been a very central figure, seen a lot of football, seen a lot of minutes. It does worry me a little bit that the Juventus fans are just so happy to see the back of him. That does worry me a little bit, but the two calls that we had yesterday, the ones that I was talking about from Giuseppe and Romeo Agresti, both saying that, they're good players, but Romeo had a bit more harsher words on Bentancur than Giuseppe did. But I think that when you're looking at the midfield options that we have right now, we've literally down to 4 midfield options in Skip, Højbjerg, Winks and Bentancur, and they all seem to be very similar in their kind of skill sets. When you're looking at the skill set specifically, it does seem like Bentancur might be slightly above the ones that we have in terms of ability-wise. But it just doesn't sit right with me that we're selling all these midfielders and we're only bringing in one. I feel like we need another just to cover ourselves a bit.
Yeah, we're definitely leaving ourselves short, especially of the time midfielder we're letting go in Ndombele, Dele and Lo Celso, players who are quite creative and a lot of talent, and we're letting that go. But in Bentancur, you've got a dependable, reliable player who Conte can use tactically in his system in a 3-4-3, and he knows he can rely on him, and that's clearly the type of midfielder that he's going for. He's not going to set the world alight in terms of get you off your seat, but I'm hoping he can be a better version than what we already have, and hopefully that helps improve the team and helps it function to the best of its ability. So I'm pretty happy with that signing. He's good age as well, 24 years of age, good experience behind him. He's got winning experience of league titles, and Paratici will know him well as well from his time at Juve. So I'm happy with the signing. I'm hoping he can improve the team, and I'm looking forward to him getting involved in a Tottenham shirt.
Yeah, definitely. Very much looking forward to these two signings. But when I'm looking at the transfer window and looking at the players that we've got rid of, the players that we've brought in, I'm not like fully accepting, maybe not accepting is the right word, but I'm not fully on board with this transfer window completely. I still think there are holes in this squad that we haven't filled in right back, especially at right back. But the players that we have brought in are at a good level, in my opinion. I think they're a good level to help the squad, to help the first team. I think they will make an impact. I just was hoping that we would fill that right wing back spot as well. Obviously, there is a tiny bit of time, but I just can't see it now.
Yeah, it's pushing it too far unless we hear a name from out the blue that we haven't been associated with at this point. Looks like no more signings, but I think we've improved the depth of the squad, but whether we've really given ourselves a much better chance of top 4, I think the chances have slightly improved, but not massively. But I do think the signings are good. I do think we're still probably in the best position for top 4. And I think there's reasons to be excited in the second half of the season. Son coming back, Romero coming back, and now 2 new signings as well to freshen things up in the team. So Conte has some stuff to work with. So I wouldn't be too disheartened, but I wouldn't be raving about this window after it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But definitely happy with the 2 that we've brought in. Probably, could have got more, especially, with that deal that we tried to get with Luis Diaz. There was clearly money there to spend. So it's a bit disheartening that we haven't got that right wing back that we desperately needed. But I do think that, like you say, I think it does slightly increase our chance of top 4, especially with what Arsenal are doing right now. And what's going on at Man United as well. So, that's the 2 confirmed signings. If anything else happens, obviously we will bring it as and when it happens. We are waiting for 2 more, which is Giovanni Lo Celso and Brian Hill to be confirmed. And once those 2 are confirmed, I think that will probably conclude our business for the day and for the transfer window. But we just brought you those confirmed signings in. Finally, on the 31st of January, we had to wait 31 days to get players in, but we did get 2 players in Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur, double signing from Juventus. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on these 2 signings and what your thoughts are on the transfer window as a whole. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.